Welcome back.
Hey, welcome to my channel. Let it go with Glow. So, on this channel, we are going to be talking about.
Welcome back. Just as Glow. Welcome back to Just as Glow. Hey, Renita. Sorry. Sorry, guys. So, I want to talk about difficult husbands, y'all. How do y'all deal with the situations? And how long have y'all been married? Going through a divorce? How do y'all handle infidelity? Oh, because I just was saying that was the wrong one. Ah, okay, so I know I did okay, so I want to talk about difficulty husbands. You know how, but it was a guy asked me, which is I really did not understand because men be really sweating on that. So a guy said, "Why do women nag so much?" Right? And I said, "Give me an example." So technically, he couldn't give me an example, so I gave him one, and it was very small. I say, "Well, you consider this nagging, right?" And I gave him this example. I say, "Okay, so your wife comes to you and she says to you, 'Baby, the light bulb is about to blow. It's going to be blown within a few days. You know, I want to change it.'" The husband respond and say, "Okay, cool." But he never changed the light bulb. So now the few days has passed. He's the lights out. The wife goes to him and say, "The light bulb is blown." And he responds to her and say, "I'm tired." So the guy who asked me this question, I mean the guy who asked the question, so I gave him that scenario and he goes, "Well, why didn't you just change the bulb?" So I'm like, "Well, if I'm your wife and I told you, first of all, I gave you a heads up. I let you know that the bulb was about to blow. Number one, you decided not to change it. Now that the bulb is blown, you want to get an attitude with me and say that you tired." Okay. So my response to him was, "I'm not going to do me and your responsibilities and the obligations." You say, "How about the toilet this morning?" See, that's the thing, because the man is supposed to be the handyman around the house, unless it's something that they can't do. That's supposed to be the handyman around the house. So this fool gonna ask me, "Well, why didn't you change it yourself?" Well, if I got to change the damn bulb myself, what I need you for? So I told him, I said, "I see who the problem is in your relationship. It's you. You said that women be doing this and doing that. But clearly you the problem, because if she told you that the bulb was already going about to blow, that's number one. She did the first part. Then number two, you turn around and feel like, because you tell me you got home, the bulb is blown, why she ain't just changing? Let me tell you something. I'm 5'2", okay? I'm not standing on no table. I'm not getting in no chair. I'm not standing on no island. I'm not doing none of that shit to please you. Because if I have to do your roles, we don't need to be together. We do not need to be together. And that's what stresses a lot of people out and plays on their mental. So, by them saying, "Oh, well, if the woman is the woman that," so this is what I say. said to all the men who was in my chat, because I be on Facebook Live every Wednesday. What I said to them was, y'all consider it nagging. I consider it as if your wife had to ask you on day 1 to do something. She reminds you on day 3 because you're getting closer to the deadline, or the deadline is officially there. Number 4, on the third one, she's asking you again. That's considered nagging to y'all. But in reality, it's called you're being dismissive towards your spouse, because why should a person have to ask you multiple times, like dealing with another damn child? If we're supposed to have balance and we're supposed to be grown, why should I be nagging? That to me, that's not considered nagging. What's considered nagging to me is when women be needing it done right then and there. Like the light bulb. Okay, I gave a deadline, in a few days it's gonna be blown. But when you all over, man, I said this to one of my friends. She told her husband, oh, well, I need you to do that, I need you to do that, I need you to do that. First of all, it's your approach. And I told her this. She said that every time it's something she need to be done, it don't get done. So I said to her, well, the way you talk, I would assume that you talk to your husband like that, because I wouldn't want to I wouldn't want to be talked to, in that way if we supposed to be husband and wife. You can't talk to your husband like that, but at the same time, we do have to be mindful of our roles. And I feel the roles is not the situation. It's not about you. It's not about the title, I meant to say. It's about the respect. It's about a husband being a husband and a wife being a wife. But one thing I don't like to do is put the titles on it, because I feel when you put the titles on it, that plays a big part. That plays a real big part in your marriage. You there, cuz? That plays a really, really, really big part. And when you become dismissive or disrespectful to your spouse, that's where the real problem will come in. Because it's like, who gonna be the bigger and better person? You know what I'm saying? And when the dude asked me that, he said this other stupid shit I ain't understand was, he said, well, when my he give his all to a girl, but they turn around and leave him. He said he got left, right? So I said, well, why did she leave you? If you doing all this that you saying that you doing as a man, it's the reason why she left. And he was like, he ain't know. First of all, every woman don't want to be taken care of by a man. A lot of women like that. Why? I don't know. I could call them immature girls, but everybody had their own preference. I want to be taken care of. But I ain't trying to lose myself. You understand? So the fact that he said she cheated down, men cheat down too because of the challenge. They don't like that challenge. And if you invested so far, you saw the red signs in the beginning, homeboy, so they didn't even pretend like they wasn't there. If she left you to go be with somebody who's doing less than you, as you say, maybe she just ain't like the treatment that you was giving her, because, like I already said, you proved your point in the beginning when I gave you a little scenario about the light bulb. You probably had a lady in the house doing you in her roles, because he felt like because he worked, he has to do everything. It's like, do you want a woman or you want a man? Because if the woman got to cook, clean, and do all this and be the handyman, it don't sound like you want a woman. It sounds like you want a man. I'm just saying. Because a lot of men don't be knowing what they want. You say your you say your husband is a full-blown narcissist, Renita? Uh, Renita. Well, I'll wait for her to respond. I don't know if you saying baby, listen, let me see. Let me reply to this. If you if you dealing with a narc, let me tell you this. You got to be smooth selling when you if you trying to leave. Those are the most dangerous people on this earth. And the reason why I said it because they are a living demon in a human form. I don't care what nobody say. And you got to pray that spirit off your husband. You have to pray that spirit off your husband. But yeah, so dude was, the dude was like, oh well, he kept pretty much complaining about the woman. But the more I sat there and just was listening to him talk, again, I called him out on his shit because, bro, I was sitting here trying to get like 3 words in, and you wasn't listening to me, but you want to get your point across. But you say that the chick was nagging. You couldn't give me any example of how she nagging. So again, I felt it's him. He's the problem. Then you go to these men where, I'm gonna just call them grown boys because men don't do this. The disrespect of calling women outside their names. So it was this guy. He always feel like he gotta say the word bitch. Oh, how come when a bitch do this? I be like, yo, don't say that word. Don't say that word around me. I don't ever want you to feel comfortable calling a female a bitch. Never. Especially in my presence. I don't ever want you to feel comfortable to feel like you can do that. So moving right along, he would try to justify. Oh, well, the reason why, no, I don't even want to know the reason. Because even on set and off set, you feel too comfortable calling women on the outside of their name. So he had a nerve to tell me, oh, you're not intelligent if you know. First of all, bitch, I'm very well intelligent. But I'm not intelligent because I'm not finna sit here and talk to your ass and let you and hear you talk about women and calling them outside their name. No. Go try that shit with somebody else. Because before I'm a mother, I'm a woman. Before I'm a wife, I'm a woman. So if you feel like it's okay for me to sit here and try to get you to justify, I don't want to hear that shit. And I'm not going to sit here and listen to it either. I'm very sorry. So I asked him, I'm like, well, if somebody called your mama bitch, how you? He was like, oh, it wouldn't matter. It won't hurt him. Yes, the fuck it will. Like, yes, it will. You want to sit here and pretend it won't, but it would. It would. So you can front all you want to, but it would. And on top of that, it's like, how you even feel comfortable enough to feel like anything is okay? Boom. Another scenario. One guy was like, they not married, but it was more like his baby mama. Every time they go through something with the kids, he always be like, oh, you can leave, you can leave, you can leave. Yeah, you can leave, but why you still there? Why do they be wanting the female to leave but they still there. It's like, I don't understand why everybody keep creating these broken homes. And why is it that these marriages just keep going left, right, left, leaving the kids behind? And my biggest thing with that is, yeah, me and you separated, but you don't separate from the kids. That ain't how that go. If you separate from your significant other, you don't separate from the kids. And what I mean by that is, if you was a full-time dad when y'all was living with each other, or you was a full-time mom, how the hell you separate, become a part-time mom or dad? That don't work like that. That's not how that go. If you was taking them kids to school every day while you was with that person, you supposed to continue taking those kids to school every day, just like you was doing when you was living in that household. It don't stop. Parenting does not stop when you separate from a person. Parenting don't stop. You still supposed to be a father or a mother to your kids, brother. It was, like I said, that daily, you was picking your kids up every day, taking them to school, or dropping vice versa. You don't leave one person to have all of the responsibilities. That shit is mentally, physically, and emotionally draining, because now that person has to do you in a part. And I'm gonna tell you, because my husband was trying that shit. Every time I would say, hey, I need you to get the kids on such and such day, he always like, oh, I gotta work. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck. If I have to make the sacrifices, so do you. I work just like you do. So I mean, what's the difference? They're still your kids, just like their mans. Ain't nobody say sign up for this shit, because my life was good before he came into the picture. He wanted kids, so he ain't had none that we ain't know of at the point in time. He wanted to get married. Okay, cool. But again, like I said, I didn't marry to divorce. But he decided to say, it was too much responsibility, blase squaze. Okay, I sat down and had a conversation with him, because I really wanted to know the shit he was saying, he was really saying. Okay, we went our separate ways, we separated. But when we separated, homeboy felt like he didn't have no responsibility to the children. I mean, that little league football stuff, he was doing that. Bro, your kids is not out here. You have no business coaching football, spending time with somebody else's kids, but refusing to spend the time with your own kids. And he made every excuse about, oh, I got to do this. Oh, I ain't got this to do that. How you got to the park? The same way you got to the park, the same way you could have went and picked your kids up from school. That's how a lot of people end up falling into, depression, mental health start being affected, because number one, we got small babies. It ain't like we got the big ones where they separate. We got small babies. And I'm not gonna sit here and pretend how some of these women want to be super mom. Y'all crazy as hell. Y'all is crazy as hell. All that be, oh, well, he ain't gotta do it, I'm gonna do it. Fuck that. He gonna do it, because I'm not the one that took care of these kids and made them by myself. I'm not giving him that much freedom, because guess what? I like my freedom too. I like to do things by myself too. I love my peace. So I like things that I love to do 2. So while you out there want to play daddy on the football field to other people's kids, I like my freedom as well too. I love hell. I don't like it. I love my freedom. I love my freedom. So I'm not gonna be sitting here being the silly super mom that y'all that a lot of people want to be. I ain't doing that shit. I ain't being disrespectful, but what I'm saying is we gonna make a schedule, but sometimes that schedule may have to be altered because things do come up. So I may need you to switch a day, or I may need you to do XYZ. But I be damned if I'm gonna be the one making the accommodations and doing it by myself. Like an example, we was waiting in October. I told him, I say, hey, in March, I'm going to be going for these such and such days. He responded again with same bullshit. Oh, I gotta work. Bro, I'm telling you, waiting in October. You telling me about some bullshit that you gotta work way in March. I'm giving you a heads up. So meaning if when March comes, you already aware. So I don't want to hear no bullshit when March comes. You better put that time in or do whatever you got to. It's not like you taking out work. You just be work what 30 minutes late because of one of our kids school time. But I don't give a damn because when I have to make the sacrifices, guess what? I don't say I have to work. It's my responsibility. It's my obligation. That's my priority. The same with you. You ain't finna bring the kids in the world to just be like, oh, well, I got this. Nah, baby. You single by default, and technically you still ain't single because guess what? You still. And even if you wasn't, you still have obligations. You still have priorities. So if you ain't think about all that before you decided that you wanted these kids, mind you, I'm gonna say it again. He wanted to have a family. He wanted to start a family. I was good, but I'm glad because I do love my babies, and don't ever get that twisted. I love my babies, but what I'm not going to do is sit around and play with no grown ass man. Because that's where you got me twisted at. I ain't finna do the pop-ups. I'm not doing none of that. Because it was, situation that came by where we had agreements in the marriage, with the kids. So, how people want to be spiteful and shysty and shit. And then when y'all go y'all separate ways, they want to start doing the shit that y'all both agreed with, that they came up with. They want to do stuff to think it's going to hurt you. That's what I started doing. Baby boy, if something happened to my kids while they're in your presence, that's your ass, not me. Because whoever else you send them to, something happens to them, it's going to fall solely on you. You are going to be solely responsible for that. Best believe that. Because I be damn how women, I don't know my kids around the girl. Let me tell you something. You can't control shit. Y'all be want to control it, but you can't control it. It's like, go live your damn life. Y'all broke up, shit ain't shit with whatever way it is. Oh, well, that's because that's where them bitty baby mamas come in. And we going to say that for another topic. Them bitty baby mamas. Half of y'all don't even be in relationships with these dudes and y'all be having babies. A lot of these people be the dramas. A lot of the bitter ones come from one night stand, the unplanned kids, but the 2, 3, 4 night stands and shit is happening. It's like, bitch, even in my scenario went like that. I'm still, it's not about to be driving myself crazy about some shit I can't control. And if we learn to just say to ourselves and take the responsibility, like whatever he does with those kids, and it happens while those children are in his care, he is solely responsible for that. He's responsible. So don't be stressing yourself about that at all. Don't be trying to intervene and being all in them people business either. I'm talking about the bitty baby mamas. Cause a lot of y'all be causing starting y'all own drama that be making shit goes that way. Now let me ask y'all this. Some of y'all married in the chat, right? If your husband has a child before you and that child mother, you know what? Let me ask this one. Let me ask better this way. How come when a baby mama, and when I mean by baby mamas, I mean the bitter ones. How come a baby mama always, when they child father done moved on or they never been in a relationship with them, they don't cause problems with the man. They always cause problems with the other woman, as if she's the problem. Now I want to know that from any of y'all ladies that's married, or y'all may have been the other woman. I want to know that. Where do they come from? Like, why do y'all got to target the other woman? Why y'all can't just deal with the problem with y'all baby daddy and have that conversation with your child father or whatever the case may be, and let him know how you feel about certain things, what you know, how uncomfortable you feel about, you know, blase, blase. Why y'all got to come and try to target the other woman? Any of y'all was like that? Renita, you was like that? You got a situation like that? Or were you the bitter baby mama? And then you do have some roles flip where the current girlfriend will start problems with the kid's father. I'm just trying to figure out why a lot of women are like that. Because it was up for debate where I said that I don't want to date men with small children. And I meant that because it be a lot of shit going on behind closed doors, in front of closed doors, whatever. And the reason why I can say that because I don't deal with those issues coming from my kid's father. You know what I'm saying? So I can say that, but it was a scenario, a situation where the boy said, what did he say? Hold on. Sorry, Hold on, I'm gonna start this poll. Wait. Why? Hold on, babies. Why do baby mamas start? Why do baby mamas start drama with the girlfriend and not the kid's father? With the girlfriend and not the kid's father. Okie dokie. Okay. Okay. Is any of y'all do any of y'all go through that? Or any men? Some of y'all men that's in this chat. Do y'all deal with that? Any of y'all go through that? Or any men? Some of y'all men that's in this chat. Do y'all deal with that? Okay. Anyways, but I wait on y'all to respond to that. Okay. What I just don't get is depending on how the situation came about. Depending on why people don't know how to let go of situations, and to the men, the reason why I say they difficult because they be the one that's sitting around allowing this shit to happen. What happened to you putting the person in their place? What happened to that? What happened to if your baby mama is a problem, you put her in her place? Your baby mama should never feel that comfortable that she gets to come to the other chick. Never. Because the man's supposed to shut that down from the jump. He's supposed to shut that down from the jump. It's like you allowing somebody else to come in your household, play in your household, and do whatever the hell they want to do. How they go? And do whatever the hell they want to do. How they go? It's like, hold on, let me see. It's like, it's like who he protecting? Who he protecting? That's the real question. Who he protecting? Because it's nowhere in there that your kid's mom or your kid's dad supposed to come around feeling like they running your household and controlling your household and this and that. No, they ain't how they go. But I say all that to say because I'm gonna just start doing my little story share. I say all that to say because I'm gonna just start doing my little story. And I'm about to get ready to get up off here. I just wanted to talk about that little bit of things about baby mamas. I know I done covered a lot within it, but it's just with that with baby mamas and difficult husbands not setting a tone, not being the person to the husband or the wife, whoever, you supposed to be able to deal with your ex-spouse, your ex baby mama, your ex slider, your ex one night stand, whatever that is, you supposed to be the person to deal with them. That other person should never be comfortable to interfere or come after your new spouse that's involved in your life. They shouldn't. I mean, it's true. They shouldn't. And again, remember, it depends on how the situation. Oh, this one. Do y'all think it should be a law where if you are married, right, and either spouse created infidelity or whatever, and y'all got kids, y'all go through a divorce or whatever, do y'all think it should be a law where those children, especially if they under the age of 18, those children should be allowed to be around the person that helped destroy your mom or dad marriage? Do y'all think that should be a law? Because I honestly think that when you have infidelity and you go through a divorce, I don't think that the kids should be around the other the other spouse's new cheater, whatever you want to call it, that caused your mother or your father pain. I think that should be a law. That caused your mother or your father pain. I think that should be a law. I really think that should be a law. And how do some of y'all feel about y'all kids going around the person that your spouse cheated with? Oh, after a breakup, like, y'all comfortable with that? After a breakup, like, y'all comfortable with that? Like, I don't even gotta be a wife. It's just dealing with those type of situations. It's like, how would y'all consult with it? Like, how would y'all deal with that? How would y'all really deal with that, knowingly the person that interfered in your relationship has to not be around your children? Because I honestly think that should be a law. Has to not be around your children. I honestly do. I think that should be a law. I honestly do. I think that should be a law. But let me see. We would say that. We'll say that question for the next show. So whatever. Because I think that's a real good topic. Being with a baby mama or a baby daddy. Having the kids around them after that person played a part in destroying your relationship. Having the kids around them after that person played a part in destroying your relationship. So. That being said, y'all. Yes, go.
Hey, welcome to my channel. Let it
Yes.
Hey, welcome to my channel.